is anything free sells like a hotcake. And this is an established. I can see even on your website, in your pricing sections, you have mentioned that BillDesk is completely free for the customers. Now, another perspective is customers don't mind traveling few kilometers to avail of that freebie. They don't calculate how much is the petrol they are burning, and that could have been into some kind of saving, and that's not the way that typically a customer thinks of. Now, my question to you is, why should a payment gateway players have a problem when a government makes MDR zero? Don't you think that this government initiative of bringing in the zero MDR will push customers to go digital from the cash? Now, isn't this a right decision from the government's perspective? What's your view?
Let me ask you a reverse question. Before MDR became zero, how much were you paying for a financial transaction on the gateway? Were you paying anything for using UPI?
No, there was no fees for that.
So after MDR became zero, have you benefited as a customer in any manner? The answer is no. You might hesitate to say it, but the point being, one needs to go a little deeper into any topic to understand where the benefit lies or where it doesn't lie, and who benefits from a zero MDR kind of a regime. I think the simple truth is this: no Indian customer is benefiting, for the simple reason they never had a cost to it. Whether it was in 2020 or 2015, you went and did your recharge whether on an app or a telco website, you didn't have a cost. Whether you went to Amazon to buy something or you went to FirstCry to buy something, you never had a cost. So as a customer, MDR did not have an impact on your digital behavior, right? So in fact, going back to the earlier theme of marketing, people who sold the concept of zero MDR to government have done an extremely successful marketing job. Let me tell you where it started, more from a history perspective. This started, I think, almost as a government obviously implemented it, but a lot of the credit, if you will, for the zero MDR goes to the payment system ecosystem itself, different constituents. Almost, I would say about 10, 12 years ago, you had the largest OTA in this country who was at that point struggling to kind of scale on business to sell tickets. Started advocating, saying, look, if the credit card charges came down, airline tickets, zyada became. It had no correlation, right? But if you're looking at a business where your revenues are struggling, you obviously try to optimize on your input costs in some format. And if in a pure online OTA business, your single largest cost is going to be the input is going to be the cost of the transaction, which is the credit card gateway cost. So it started there with the notion of players saying, why should there be cost to my getting it? So nobody obviously understood the rationale for it, because look, if your input is 3, you'll go sell at 4. Just because the input has become 0, it doesn't mean you can sell at 4. Your ability to sell at 4 is independent of your cost structure. If you're struggling to sell at 4, because your cost goes down to 0 doesn't mean you suddenly start selling. You'll burn less. But in the subsequent phase, when initially wallet players came onto this space, right, they also thought of the business in a certain way, that here are customers who are banking, just by way of example, could be any bank, but let's say banking with State Bank of India or with a Canara Bank. They have money there. I need them to move money from the bank to my wallet and use this wallet to transact with merchants. And they said, when I sell to merchants, I want to make the money, but if I can get my input cost 0, it's going to help me. So then came the phase where a lot of the wallet players across forums started saying, I am like another bank, therefore I should get an input cost 0. Right? Now clearly, the point is everybody would like the input cost going down, but remember, what is the cost to you is somebody's revenue. So if you kind of so it's like this. If I just extend it to a slightly ridiculous example, right? If the entire payments business is 0 revenue, then by logically, payments founders have to tell the employees that for the sake of national digital payment growth, all of you take 0 salaries. It has to logically flow, right? Where do you pay them from? And using the same logic and using a bit of ridicule there, if let's say all banks made lending free, SME का problem solve हो जाएगा, NPA का problem solve हो जाएगा ना. There'll be enough money, people will be able to grow the business. If Ola, Uber made their transactions free, people will be able to commute, public transport पे pressure कम हो जाएगा. Zomato और Swiggy ने food delivery free कर दिया. Poverty will go away, hunger will go away. So you can extend it any which way you want. I don't think it solves for the problem. It actually is, to my personal views, it's weakening the Indian systems. Before you look at the last 3 years, more specifically in the zero MDR regime, look at market shares in UPI. Look at how much is driven by Indian entrepreneurs and Indian businesses versus anybody who doesn't care for the revenue and has got, let's say, global fund backing, right? That will tell you the story of what Zero MDR is doing. It'll tell you who's benefiting, who's not. Indian customers, Indian merchants, Indian shopkeepers are not benefiting for sure. That I hope answers the question.
Yes, I admit my intention was to provoke you a little, but you responded wonderfully.